Hiya, hiya, it's pal Joey. I'm going up to New York on January 26th at the Friars Club. I'm hosting the book warming of, who is that country artist? Merle Haggard, yeah, written by Mark Elliott, my good friend who did Aaron Brockovich and so many other books, including the one that I'm in, which is actually made it with, I had a little bit of an affair with someone. It was with Cary Grant. No, my affair wasn't with Cary Grant. It was I'm in the book. That knocked the mic off the stand. Anyway, I'm going to go up there and I'm going to have that party with the country artist, right? And like Dolly Parton's birthday is today. You know, they say she's the one and only. I think she's the two and only. But that's how I got in trouble with her. You know, I mean, you can't say that she is the breast of everything. Nobody wants to see those breast jokes anymore. You know, you get in trouble no matter what you say. You can't do color, you can't do nationality, you can't do body parts. There's nothing funny anymore. There's no comedy. You can't do anything because people don't find anything funny when it's about something that they admire, love, or are. But when you talk about Dolly Parton, I mean, you know, Victoria's Secret has now taken their inventory and they're making masks out of them to supply the public for this pandemic. If they used Dolly Parton's mask, we'd have the entire city of New York would be covered. The other part that I want to mention with that is I got in trouble at 20th Century Fox when I was creative director and I did a thing about Dolly Parton's new album. I said that it was Dolly Parton's greatest hits. And that didn't go over real well with the board. But you know, the breast jokes. Dolly Parton's a Christian, and she would have been the sling with David and Goliath. That giant would have fallen real fast. Of course, he did. But you know, the great Dolly Parton stuff is about breasts. And my grandmother, who had 9 children, you know, I mean, she looked like the vending machine over at the 9/11. Or 7-Eleven. I gave them more than they deserve. But you know, this is different than it was in the old days when you could make jokes about everything, you know, but you can't do that now. You just can't. They don't, people don't like it. They get offended by everything. I don't know why. Nothing much offends me. Just the fact that people make fun of how many times I get up to pee. I'm not offended by that. I'm not offended by a lot of things about my urination, which I consider America to be, and my prostate. I don't care about that. You know, depends. Should not use that word on a guy my age. So this is different than it was in the old days when you could say anything you wanted to say, and then people would say, okay, you better get a special on HBO because we're not going to put it on regular television. And that's what happened now. So people have left regular TV to go to their own podcasts. And they also go to stand-up comedy, but there's nobody can go to the clubs. It's really tough in New York City. You could go up Fifth Avenue and watch the Tumbleweed. There's nobody that goes to entertainment like they used to, except Merle Haggard's book warming. I'm going to that. And I think John Lloyd is going to be doing John Lloyd Young. He played Frankie Valli in the original Jersey Boys on Broadway. And I think I'm going to see him at Feinstein's. I'm going to go see a couple of things while I'm there. If they allow us, you have to show all of your credentials when you go to see anything in New York now. It's like being in Nazi Germany, I think. You know, we're all singing Danke Schoen and what's that other song? Mac the Knife, right? I don't know. I like the whole day, not the old days, but the whole days when you could have a whole day of everything. You didn't have to run around like you were a criminal or you had to hide from this disease. You know, I think the idea of COVID-19 is going to be in the next generation. People are going to think of it that it was a product. But you know, everybody's become a product. Everybody has a brand right now. But I'm a lonely guy. You know, I'm so lonely. I call Morgan and Morgan fake accidents. But I just need to have a friend, and I got a friend who's chewing my cord so that I don't broadcast. Thanks a lot for cutting my cord. So that's it. It's a wonderful day in Florida, and I am going to go back to have my COVID test, and then I will be moving probably to Las Vegas, where I can go in residency. Now that Barry Manilow got a job, if he got a job, I could put on a towel and sing too. Anyway, I write the songs. Hey, I talk the talk. That's it. It's a Reynolds rap.